Hello!
Welcome to episode 4.
4.
I know.
We've
It's
only
like 2 months worth.
It is. We've only gone and done it.
It's very exciting.
It is. Though we are a bit tired today, aren't we?
Yeah.
We were busy yesterday.
We were ghost hunting.
We were.
Yeah. And it was getting dark, so it was very atmospheric and at times quite creepy.
And cold.
Yeah.
So we talked about this in previous episodes, that we were going to do a documentary for the students at Maidstone Studios. And last night we went to Pluckley in Kent. We were going to take you with us, but we realised we were being filmed, so we couldn't really have our selfie stick going, could we?
No.
So we're going to recount our experiences. And also, when we did do a bit of recording in the car, we both sounded like zombies, didn't we? Because we were so tired.
Yeah, we were really spaced out afterwards, weren't we? I think because of the intensity of it all and the different energies from the different spirits and, you know, what we're feeling from them, for what they may, had been through or endured.
So that's the point of us going, is that they wanted to film us picking up spirits and see if those said spirits were the ones that had been talked about with the locals. So we chose not to know anything in advance, didn't we?
No.
Because I didn't want to be influenced in any way.
No. So all we knew really was we were going to some woods.
Yeah.
But now knowing where we had gone, and I did some research late last night because I was quite wired afterwards. I was tired but yet wired because you sort of processing that all.
Yeah.
And it did say that it's the most haunted village, or got the most haunted woods in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, when we pulled up, it looked like a dogging spot. So
yeah,
I was more like, why are we here? All these cars just pulled up in a woodland. But then the students got out, so I felt safe again. Bless them. So we got mic'd up, didn't we?
Oh, it was really exciting. It felt very professional.
Yeah, we were filmed. They had to run along in front of us, tripping over all sorts, so that we could.
They had to walk backwards, didn't they? And it was sort of through the woods, so it was twigs on the ground. Then it was getting dark.
Yes, but they managed it, and they did blimmin' well.
They were really professional as well, weren't they? Not that we would expect anything less, but it was. They were really welcoming as well, and warming.
They had snacks.
She's in it for the food.
I was in it for the food. So yeah, we got out the car, we got mic'd up, and then we started to walk through these woods thinking, really hope we find something. Can you imagine if it was nothing?
Yeah, but what was really interesting is in the car park, there was kind of, where your car was parked, there was woods to the right and woods to the left. And if you started walking towards the left, you didn't really feel anything. But if you walked to the right, it sort of, energy got heavy, didn't it?
It did.
It got quite intense.
I didn't feel like I wanted to walk that path, so I knew it was the one we actually had to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the first thing that I saw was this kind of female figure in white. And I couldn't quite work out what she was wearing, but I knew it was white. And she was sort of drifting amongst the trees. And I thought, oh, here we go. Didn't think much of it. And they asked us a few questions. But she was quite elusive, wasn't she? But there she was. And then we got a sense of a man, didn't we?
The man in the woods, yes. He was 30 to 40 years old with a beard, and he had a white shirt on, but open at the top. You know, those kind of more loose-fitting shirts that they had back in sort of the olden days. It's all like, I don't know what era.
I think of Adamant, but I know his costume and his sense of dress was based on a certain era. If anyone can remind us what that era is.
It's almost like where they kind of had more not puffy sleeves, but the wider sleeve, but the elastic around the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olden days.
Yeah.
And he was having a walk round with us, wasn't he? He told us about his story.
He did, bless him. And we felt quite sad, didn't we, with him? He was very lost and had regrets.
Yeah, he took his life, didn't he?
He did.
And we can only assume by what he saw us was because he got into debt.
Yeah.
And he left behind his wife and children. So we helped him cross over, didn't we?
We did. And they were there waiting for him at the lights.
Yeah, so we saw that doorway and helped him through so he could go to spirit rather than forever roam bloody woods.
Yeah, and how much lighter did it feel afterwards as well? When we crossed him over, just the energy had completely changed.
Yeah, that was lovely.
It was really nice.
So it's odd because we're being filmed as we do it, so we're quite aware we don't want to look like crackpots. And also, if our lipstick was still intact.
Yeah, that's it.
I was using my hair quite a lot for a ghost
No
hunt.
starting to run because it's so cold.
At one point, I used my own like palm of my hand like a child, and I thought, yeah, I haven't got that on camera.
I just remember thinking, I hope I've got tissue. I went in there, I must have had toilet paper because it kept coming and coming. And I was like, classy.
Is that in case you got caught short in the woods?
I don't know what that bit of toilet paper was in there for.
Because we were a bit worried that we'd be there for so long we wouldn't be able to wee. And it was so cold.
Try not to drink too much.
Yeah.
Especially with our bladders, this age, this time of life.
So we carried on walking up the path, didn't we?
We did.
And then we felt...
I think that's when you started hearing children laughing.
Yeah. I got a sense of children rushing past me. And they were kind of curious and what you're doing. And there was one particular boy that stood out, and he was kind of quite confident, a little bit cocky, bless him. Really hard to age the era or guess the era, but his age was around sort of 8 to 10, I felt it was.
Yeah.
And he was sort of present there. And it was lovely because with the white lady and the boy, afterwards the students were able to confirm there had been other sightings.
Yes.
Other people had seen those two spirits as well. You know, we do this for a living, but it's still nice to get the confirmation that we aren't just sitting in and listening to our imaginations or seeing things. Though at one point it was funny because there was a guy taking pictures, wasn't there? And he was just running around the woods, and every so often I think, is that a spirit? No, it's that man. It's Elliot with his camera, just sort of peering out of a bush. Get my good angle, please. My good side, Elliot, for God's sake.
Oh dear, yeah. I hope you've got airbrush.
Yeah, which filter will you be using? You need to run that past us.
Yeah, if you can make me look 10 years younger, a bit thinner. But it's not about that.
Well, it is. Let's face it, it is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You had coat regrets, didn't you?
I had massive coat regrets. You know, afterwards, like this morning, I was like, I should have had my coat open because it's like a big duvet. So there's no shape to it. So I'm basically walking around like the Michelin Man.
You would have looked like a floating head.
Oh, whatever, right? Just make it worse. I feel like gutted enough.
Yeah, but it would have been like part of it, like this floating mystical head where you just sort of say, I feel spirit.
Yeah. With my arms out like the Michelin Man, kind of just waddling along. I sense a man in the trees. Where? And do my whole body to be able to.
But listen, you were warm, and that was all that matters.
Well, I did remember my thermal, so really, there's no excuse. I could have had my zip undone and looked a little bit more classy.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
I mean, because that's what it was all about.
So we carried on our walk, didn't we?
We did, and it was quite interesting because when the little boy didn't like me.
No, I forgot that.
Yeah.
He wouldn't talk to you,
no,
would he?
He would not talk to me.
Racist.
But I got the sense of I could see a woman with authority, but she was really lovely, but not his mum. And I think you picked that up as well, didn't you?
It's maybe a school teacher or some kind of guardian.
Yeah.
And maybe you were a bit like her, rather.
Well, she seemed lovely to me.
Didn't you say that you thought there might be some kind of similarity that he then decided he didn't like you?
Like, I'm trying to make myself feel better. That did not help.
He did not want to talk to you.
Yeah. No, he did. No. So and it was interesting because I couldn't feel anything. He completely was disconnected from me.
So we don't always pick up on the same spirit just because they're around. Tash might pick up on one. You might pick up on one, mightn't you? That I don't.
Mm. But children in general are drawn to you.
And I always say it's because I'm immature. They can relate to me.
And I don't go, oh no, it's not that. I just nod my head in agreement and just think quite possibly.
One day you'll say, no, it's your nurturing energy, Chase. But no, you just let me feel.
That's what you want me to say. And I will not be influenced by anything outside my body.
Well, I think it's because he could see that I was a really good medium. That will be it. And then we kind of went into some undergrowth, and then we spent quite a lot of time asking the students if they were cold because they didn't seem to have a lot of clothing on,
they didn't zip up their zips.
And they had their tummies out, and I was like, oh, we could get cold. Oh.
But they don't feel the cold, do they? I mean,
clearly not.
Well, we used to go clubbing and have little crop tops on in the middle of winter queuing up.
True.
And then because I seemed to go a bit darker, I felt the sort of a mass burial, like there was something in the grounds. And there's quite a lot of history because they were telling us it was called Deering Woods.
Yeah.
And apparently there was, well, they'll call it mass suicide, but I didn't feel what I was feeling was that.
But things go bump in the night, and in woods, it's a perfect place to hide a body. Let's face it.
Yeah. And I can see them being tipped. And I almost felt like it was from like an illness or an ailment, or there was something that had to be. And it was almost like that sort of seeing a card deal. It's like, it was about playing your cards right, and being unlucky. It's who you're with, who you're around. So I felt like it was almost like catching something like, that's unfortunate. You were there. You've caught this now.
And I heard diphtheria, so I don't know if I just went there randomly or that was linking in.
But that is a random one to say.
Especially when you don't actually know what it really means.
No, and naturally, for going back in that time, you would think things like the plague or smallpox and that. So we must have a look and see what diphtheria is.
I think it's to do with water, when water's not clean. I think that's what it is, and you basically die from the shits.
Right, okay, because as babies, our kids are vaccinated against diphtheria.
Right. I think we've all been there before when we've had a stomach bug and thought we probably will die from this.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yeah, digressed again.
So, yeah, you sort of saw the darker side of that. And by that time I was like, okay, I'm starting to get a bit cold now. And then they said, do you want to go to the church?
Yes. Now, what led us to that was that you saw the woman in white and you got a song.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the song that you got?
Nick Cave, Wild Rose.
Wild Rose.
With Kylie Minogue. And it's about loving someone so much you have to kill them.
Yes.
Which wasn't the case, but it's to do with the rose, wasn't it?
Yeah, and loving someone so much. So it was very apt. So that with the information that they had, that was very much in sync, in line with the woman in white. And then I got childbirth, like died in childbirth. But there's a lady, was it a lady in red? The lady in red, and she died through childbirth. So there was a story there. So we asked to go to the church.
So there was two stories happening, and it's funny that there's one a white lady and a red lady, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems a bit sort of almost storybook. But the white lady was the one who had the person who loved her so much, wasn't it?
Yeah, he loved her so much that when she died, he wanted to preserve her or something, and buried her in lead.
Yeah, in a lead box.
Yeah, and there's something to do with a rose.
With a red rose. And that's when I was hearing that song and I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a story that's been handed down through families, isn't it?
It is. But then when we went to we asked to go to the church because they're connected, they're in unmarked graves in the church.
I
can't remember which one, might have been the lady in red. But the lady in white was buried, they said was buried at the church as well. And it was very interesting because as we went to the church, you started hearing a newborn baby cry.
I did, and that was quite unsettling because I was thinking, can anyone else hear that? And it was very loud. But that's really all I got from the church. You were more active in the church, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a lot of it was more intense, the energy. Like I was drawn to some trees. There was a lady behind a tree trying to almost like give me information. It was things like, you need to walk slower, you're going to miss it. Or, it was more like riddles. Yeah. And I think we were a bit tired by then as well.
It's really tiring working with energy and standing for long periods of time in the cold and just generally looking fabulous for the camera. It's tiring. So we then sort of thought about the snacks that the students had in the back of the car, and I was kind of trying to get everyone to go to the car so I could eat some snacks. But we then decided to get the students involved, didn't we?
We did. They went to a little gated part of the cemetery, and we went in. But there was activity in there. We did pick up spirit, and we did the human pendulum, so got the students to relax and find out who was yes, who was no. It was the same girl.
So what that is the human pendulum is literally as it says. You stand there and you ask for a yes and you get pushed one way gently, and then you ask for a no and you get pushed the other. So your body becomes that pendulum, as in it can answer questions, and that's what you did, wasn't it? You asked questions out loud, and one of the students was then moved back or forth for yes or no. It was so interesting.
It was, and it was a spirit. I can't even remember the questions, but it was a spirit to do with the cemetery. They were answering questions to do within that gated section. I can't remember what the questions were, to be honest.
No, but the student that had been sort of selected as the human pendulum by spirit had seen lots of signs, hadn't they? They'd seen a black cat just sitting on one of the graves, a real black cat, previous visits. It was pitch black, but she honed in and found a penny on the floor, which to us is always a sign from spirit.
Yeah.
And then she said something about a cable outside the church one day that just appeared.
The charger cable.
Charger cable.
Yeah, and it was really interesting because the black cat was on a headstone the day before we were there. So what day's that? That's Tuesday when they went and have a look around. And it was in that gated bit, that fenced off bit. And that's the grave, the headstone that spirit was sending us and leading us to through her as a pendulum, which is where the black cat had been.
Yeah, it's like getting our attention to look at that gravestone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was actually a double one of a husband and wife, I believe.
Yes. And it was it connected to... Was it connected to that? I can't remember now if it was the lady in white. I can't remember now.
Well, we need to get proof of these things and confirmation. But it was just fascinating. And every time we sort of asked a question that she would be duly moved. So we should have asked for the lottery numbers, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should have.
But it was fascinating. So then we kind of got in the car and, couldn't find our way home because the sat-nav wouldn't work. Couldn't remember how we even got there. Drove around a bit. Thought it might end up living in the woods forever, go missing, never to be found again.
Yeah.
But we got home, didn't we?
We did get home. But what's really interesting, if we just go back, when we were driving there, it was about a good, 45-minute drive? Sorry, I started tapping my fingers, I got the stare. And as we're probably, about 5-7 minutes away, all of a sudden we went really serious.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's really hard to believe, but we were joking and laughing and being quite funny. But then all of a sudden we just went really serious. The energy changed. We're feeling pressure. Sinuses were starting to go, which is how we both feel grounded spirits.
Yeah.
It was a real mood changer, wasn't it?
And we weren't necessarily expecting that because we keep our minds open about what we're going to get and what we're not going to get. So we don't go in going, oh, right, so I'm going to feel something. We just literally go, we'll see. We'll see. But we did. We got towards the car park, rather, and it was like, don't feel so chipper now.
No.
But woods, as I say, can be such a hodgepodge. Is that a word? For activity. And like I say, Epping Woods is known for it because that's where they bury loads of bodies if you're a gangster, if you're from the Essex clan. I know about those things. But the history, the levels of energy, so residual...
Trees hold energy.
Yeah, residual energy of all the experiences and people that have lived, worked, moved around those places, the local village, all of that energy would kind of amass. And it's up to us to pick out.
Yeah.
So there would be so much spirit to find. And I did say to them yesterday, the students, don't necessarily expect us to pick up on what everyone else has done in the past, because we will pick up what is right for us. It won't be necessarily the famous cases. Yeah. We might pick up the ones that need help.
Yeah. That man that we crossed over.
Yeah. So we can't say, oh, yeah, it's going to be... I think we said we didn't look them up, and I didn't want to, but I had known before about something about a woman on the bridge that's meant to be known. I don't want to do the ones that are normal and everyone knows about.
Because when I was researching late last night, it said something about this 13 knowing spirits or something like that. But it was, I don't even think we probably got any of those 13. We probably got the ones, well, you got the child in that, but that man, he needed help. Yeah. So he might not be a documented case, and it is woods. It is an open space. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
You've got so much history there, layer upon layer upon layer.
Well, that's what I just said.
Yes, but they might want to hear it coming from me. And it was quite interesting because the path that we were walking down was quite a wide path. I keep seeing like the wagon wheels, like the old wooden carts, that been pulled with a horse. So, and I feel like that is the... Oh gosh, what's it called?
Residual.
So we go. Just have your moment. Residual energy from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what we did to pick all that up is like we've said in previous podcasts, episodes. I always do that, don't I? I always call it a podcast. Like we've got loads of podcasts just littered around. This is an episode.
She may do. She might be cheating on me.
I am. I've got my own podcast. I'll just talk about you. And we... Oh, I forgot what I was saying now.
Good.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. How did we pick up the spirit? Yeah, so in previous episodes, we talk about how we pick up spirit. Literally, we had to just go in, didn't we? Breathe and go, okay, show yourselves to us. And we had to use our whole body to be able to pick up the energy of those spirits.
It didn't come in quite thick and hard and fast.
No. Well,
you had to go there. But at the beginning, and there was that element of having to step past the fear as well, because we want to do it, we want to get it right, we want to, get information and stuff. So there is that kind of moment where that desperation almost closes you off.
Come on, give me something. Give me the money shot.
Is that it?
Yeah, I've got a man. There you are. There's your...
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
they would have...
The energy's too light. Can you come in, Luno?
Well, this
stronger.
Is the thing. In the past when we've done this, we have been bulldozed by spirits being angry, like, what the hell are you here for? Or some kind of trauma that's gone on. But maybe we kind of set the intention that we didn't want to go full Whoopi Goldberg on them and like start sort of being possessed and shouting at the students, because they would have run off.
Yeah, that's it. And we probably would have looked really crazy on this is all being filmed as well. As our heads start doing 360s.
So they probably took pity on us spirits and went, look, we'll just give them a bit of an easier one.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
Yeah, and they were all different types, sort of like we were saying at the beginning, different types of energies, different stories, different, outcomes.
So if you ever want to go out and into the woods, I mean, we're not saying you should in the night and your own and all that, but picking up spirit, if you choose to do it, if you want to go and do a ghost hunt, maybe start with like an old building. And like we did when we visited Riot, we placed our hands on the building, didn't we, to feel the energy?
Yes, yeah.
So you can kind of pick up what it feels like by a building, because it stores so much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you can kind of just look around and see if you can start to see more of the energy layers that are there once you attune yourself to it. And you attune yourself by simply deciding to see those layers.
Yeah, opening up all your senses. And a good one is saying, like, right from this moment on, what I feel is not me. And be interesting to see how the energy changes, what you can sense. You'll hear the subtle things a little bit more. And
then you turn it up with the more confidence you get that you are actually seeing more than the eye can see.
Yeah.
You're picking up on spirit and what's been left behind. And I know there's stories, isn't there, of people seeing streets change. We've talked about it before, where all of a sudden they find themselves in a cobbled street with a horse and carriage going by, and they're in those days gone by.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always remember we stayed at a place called the Seekers Trust in Addington, Kent, and my mum was there. We were doing a retreat, and my mum woke up in the middle of the night, and she looked out the window and she saw the path lit up, and she thought, well, that's clever. They light the path up so you can see your way round at night. And she went back to bed, and in the morning she said, oh, that's really good that they do that. And I was like, Mum, what are you talking about? So basically, my mum had some kind of paranormal experience where she saw, I was not saying that's going back in time, but it's almost like all the paths around the Seekers Trust had been lit up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what does that mean?
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. Or when you just see things and you can see go to see something like a place and you can see quite clearly the history.
Yeah. Yeah. All the hustle and bustle of what's going around. And also with the woods and that, it's quite interesting because we'd be walking and all of a sudden we'd find that we need to just go off the path for a bit, and you're sort of pulled in certain directions and then sort of feel the need to stop at a certain point, and it's like linking and going, right, why am I here?
Yeah.
Why this particular spot?
You get led
You do.
In a psychic direction, like a magnet pulling you.
Yeah.
And if you really feel like you want to run away, then you've got to go down that path because that's where the good stuff is, isn't it?
That's it. And, when you think about when we pulled up and it was like the deeper stuff, deeper woods or the darker woods on the right and the lighter ones on the left, without even thinking, you could be walking your dog and going out and going, which direction should I go? And just naturally go to the left, go this way. I'll go this way, I think. Because you're naturally probably feeling, you will be feeling the better energy, but not really realising.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, isn't it, to listen to your gut instinct, because you don't really want to take the darker path in all senses. Yeah. So you're going to take the one that feels better.
Exactly. Yeah. Unless you're ghost hunting.
Then you take the one that feels the most ickiest, the one that makes you want to get in the car and speed off.
Yeah, and be grateful you're not on your own.
Yes. Yes, that's the other thing. Maybe don't do ghost hunting on your own in the middle of the night.
No.
I mean, to us, it doesn't really matter if it's night or day. I think for night, it's more atmospheric, isn't it? But
is.
I don't think they only come out at night.
No. And the thing is, it was quieter as well. There was no interruptions with dog walkers and things like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
They'll be thinking, what the hell are they doing? Yeah. Look at her in a huge puffer coat. What's she up to? Like a flasher.
A big sleeping bag.
Yeah. You was waiting to reveal your goods, weren't you?
I was.
That's what people do in woods as well. We were lucky we didn't come across any of that. Which reminds me of a story years ago when my friends walked home from...
Did I ever tell you?
Back in the day. And they walked home from the town centre and they went the dark woody way, which is a lesson to us all. And they saw a man just sitting there whittling wood. And then on close inspection, they realised that was not wood. He was whittling.
He was frying sausages.
So yes, they quickly ran from the woods at that point. Yeah. So yeah, no late night forays on your own, please.
Yeah,
dear listeners. No, adds a bit of spice to the life, doesn't it? But we are actually quite okay. We were a bit tired this morning.
Yeah,
but we both woke up like bloody in the same bed. What is that? Look at that.
We didn't wake up in the same bed.
Morecambe and Wise. I wake up together in our stripy pyjamas. No, we were not in the same bed though. I did make that sound like we were.
It reminds me of B1 and B2 from Bananas and Pyjamas.
It's like I handed you your morning.
Yes, B2.
Handed you your morning coffee when you were right, love. No, we woke up in separate beds because we're not actually together in that way, and had a bit of a headache, but not too bad. In the past, we have been wrung out, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, that particular one we didn't ride that time, which we have mentioned. I think it was a good 4 days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were really just wiped out.
Yes. And actually, we said to the students, do you feel tired after doing that? Because they did partake, didn't they, in the energy and stuff. And the girl that was the pendulum was like, yeah, I feel a bit tired now.
Yeah. And we did have our black obsidian on us as well. So that was helping to protect us from any negative energies and things like that.
Yes, I had a bracelet and you had it in your bra, didn't you?
I did, yeah. But I had a bracelet as well. I was going double ammo. Probably why I didn't need food as much as you.
Because you were collected? You were protected.
I was protected.
Protected by the black obsidian. Well, it bloody works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was us. That was what we did last night. So we are really available for house clearances.
Just a slight plug there.
Is there something odd happening in your house?
Do things go bump in the night?
Yeah. We can come round and judge your furnishings if you like. No, we would come round and just make the energy a bit better. But that's all it's about, isn't it? Just picking it up and seeing who needs our help.
Yeah.
And we love it.
It is. And this is the thing. People sort of don't realise there's people out there like us that can help make a home feel lighter or help figure out why something's not feeling quite right or something might be shifting or moving.
Yeah.
A slight a photo in a frame can be shifted.
Yes.
It's quite a common one.
Or stuff going missing and reappearing where you knew.
Car keys are a good one, aren't they?
You knew you hadn't left it there.
Yeah.
So if you actually want to do a bit of a DIY job on your own home, then you can simply either get a nice...
Cool Ghostbusters. I mean, it was all linking up for that, and I'm not going to sing it because it'll be too jazz.
When she sings Ghostbusters, she does it in the style of a jazz singer.
I do.
You do. It was like, Ghostbusters. And it was like, nice jazz. And I was like, where's the tune? You've just completely changed it.
Yeah, but we're more uplifting people anyway, aren't
There's
we?
something wrong in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, we're making it exciting.
Who are you going to call? Jazz.
Talking spirit.
Talking spirit. I love your jazz version. It's much better. So you can do it in your own home and just get a just stick, a sage stick, and go light it, obviously, and then go from corner to corner.
You can clap as well.
Hang on, I haven't finished. So you go from corner to corner and say, I release negative energy from this place. And every time you waft your stick around, I release negative energy from this place. And then according to Tash, you can clap.
Sorry, I'm
she's sulking now.
No, what I'm doing is I'm wafting something in Tracy's face and saying those in my head.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Yeah, but you can clap in like the corners of the room and that as well. Open the doors, front door and back door.
Yes.
Let all that energy sweep out.
Yeah, clear out the energy.
Yeah.
And imagine white lighting it.
Especially coming into spring, it's like the best time, isn't it?
Definitely. So if you've got a bit of an icky feeling in your home and you don't know what it is, then you can do those things. Have a good old clap, because sound energy works, doesn't it?
Oh, so now you're not laughing about it, now that you've mentioned it.
No, I wasn't unhappy with that. I was unhappy that you broke off my sentence when I was telling them in an instructional moment that they might want to have in their own home. And they're going, are we clapping or are we just sticking? Are we clapping or are we just sticking?
Have you finished? I mean, even me, you're leaving that out. I was like, talk about having my moments. I am here if you're wondering if I've gone somewhere.
She's off clapping.
Oh, dear. Brilliant.
Well, we're going to leave you with that lovely image. Me of Tash clapping and me wafting joss sticks. But do give it a go. Oh, hang on. You know what we've got to do? To signal the end of this podcast.
Yes.
Episode.
It's almost like you're waiting for them to answer for you going, bad child.
I was waiting for you.
Yeah, but I'm not talking to you.
Is that a promise?
It's a threat.
So thank you for listening to episode number 4. We thoroughly enjoy doing these and we really appreciate comments. And if you've got any questions, as always, do post them. And now we're going to really go.
And please share. Let people know about us. Because you'll be surprised people are interested but don't really know where to start or how to start, or they might think, hang on a minute, I pick up on that as well. I thought that was normal, or I've never wanted to say anything.
That's it, isn't it? Opening the conversation channels.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing, like you say, how many people are actually into this.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, get talking about it.
Share us.
Share us.
Share us.
Or other podcasts are available. But just share us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right then, brace yourselves. We're ready with our catchphrase.
Yes. Let me get into this.
Yeah.
Right. Can't read your writing, but go. I just had to put a dig in there.
You did?
Well, you cut me off in our trial run.
Did I?
Yesterday.
Oh. Didn't know we did trial runs.
Oh, I hold a grudge.
Oh, I've noticed.
Oh, it's me. Right. Stay curious.
Stay magical.
And stay tuned
for the next episode of
Talking Spirit. Oh, I thought that was both of us.
Oh, really?
We should be doing that bit together.
Right.
Stay curious.
Stay magical.
And stay tuned
for the next episode of
Talking Spirit.
They switched off about half an hour ago anyway, so no one's really listened
to that. So basically, that's £2, 2 minutes 51.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But anyway.
We enjoyed it.
We did. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.
See you later.